What's good, guys? Franalations here, and today is Wednesday, August 28th, and it is new comic book day. So let's get right into it, starting with, there's actually a free comic book. They do this every, I don't know, few months or so. This one features 3 books inside. This is completely free, so definitely when you're at your comic book store, today, this week, next couple of days, whatever it may be, definitely check if they still have it in stock. It gives you 3 full comic books to kind of look through from a few months back, so pretty recent. Also, you know, not the newest books, but just something to check out. Might as well grab it. It's free. Next up, let's get into this week, starting with Marvel. We got Amazing Spider-Man issue 950. So this week, there's actually a decent amount of books at a higher price point that are also bigger. And I usually don't show you the inside of the books, but in this case, the last few pages are actually really cool. I couldn't really tell. I just took a quick glance when I was going for the redeem code on the inside. The last few pages actually have all the different covers throughout the years, right? So it has like Superior Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man, and I saw like issue 300 at the bottom right corner of this page. And so I honestly can't tell. I don't think it's every single Spider-Man book throughout the years, but it's a lot of them, right? It's hundreds and hundreds of them on the last few pages. So something pretty cool to check out for the 950th issue of Amazing Spider-Man. This is that's the legacy number. This is number 56 in the current run, and so definitely excited to check this one out. Next up, this is Marvel's 80th anniversary special. This is another one of those bigger books here, and I believe it had that higher price point as well. I actually ended up picking up 2 covers. This is the cover A, which I thought was already dope enough as it is. But the Scotty Young variant with the wraparound with all the different Marvel characters on it, it was just something that I definitely wanted to add to the collection. So definitely a bigger week. And also, like I said, some of these books have a bigger price tag as well. And I even made cuts this week, and it's still a big stack. So yeah, definitely a lot of releases this week. So next up, we have Ultimate Spider-Man. This is Ultimate X-Men. This is issue 6. I went ahead and got the cover A as well as the Peach Momoko variant on this one. So anyone who's been watching these videos for a while, you'll know that between this and Spider-Boy, these are my 2 favorite current books right now. And so no-brainer to pick up, more than one copy with the different variants. Next, we have X-Men issue 3. So I'm not 100% sure on this, but I feel like these must be bi-weekly at this point because we've already gotten 3 of them compared to like NYX where we have 2 so far. So yeah, it seemed like this is a bi-weekly book, which hey, I'm okay with. A lot of the times, I'm picking up so many books and stuff like that, I'll usually have to open up, I view these on the Vision Pro, I'll have to open up the book and then push the button where it shows all the pages, and I'm like, aha, that's what happened a month ago, considering I read, I don't know, 40 books in between and stuff like that. So I'm actually really okay with the bi-weekly release strategy, so it's fresher in my mind when I go to the next issue. Next up, we have NYX issue 2. A lot of people I saw online were, talking about the reasons why they didn't like it and stuff. I actually really like this book. So far, the only X-Men book that I've cut is X-Force, and it's not that I didn't like it. It's just, look, as I said, there's so many books already to keep up with. And I feel like there's another X-Men book that hasn't come out yet, their issue 1, that I have not, I have no plans of touching. So, from the ashes, what they've released so far, I've been enjoying a lot of it, and so far I've been sticking with it. We'll see if I make any cuts to any of those X-Men books in the coming months or whatever, but so far, other than X-Force, I don't think I'll be cutting X-Men, NYX, Phoenix, or there is another X-Men book that I can't think of at the moment. Next up, issue 1, Chasm, Curse of Cain. I thought Chasm was such a cool character, so the fact that, I'm guessing it's a mini-series that's coming out, I was going to pick it up no matter what. I also collect shoes. Maybe some of you guys only follow me through comics, but anytime there's purple, black, and green on a sneaker, that's like my favorite possible colorway, and that's pretty much nailing what he is. So yeah, very cool character. Loving the storylines with him in Amazing Spider-Man, so figured I'd pick this up. Next up, so this one I actually just picked up for the cover. This is Fantastic Four, issue 24. I've been collecting not all, but some of these Coca-Cola covers, and this one I thought was super dope, so added this to the collection. And this one actually wasn't even on my pull list. This was a split-second decision at the store. Same thing, this is a Coca-Cola cover. This is Deadpool Team Up issue 1. I might end up checking out both of these books, but I really got them for their cover. Considering I have the digital codes anyways, it wouldn't hurt to check them out, so I'll probably end up doing that, I'm going to be honest. So. On to DC, we have Absolute Power Origins. This is 2 of 3. Actually, really love the cover on this one. This one's sick. So, as I've been saying each week, been thoroughly enjoying all the Absolute Power. No complaints. And also, speaking of Absolute Power, the Absolute books that are coming after this, I'm really excited for that launch too, because the Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, they're all going to be coming with trading cards when you pick them up. As well as, I think if you picked up 4 DC books, there's like a special other trading card. So, you know, as a collector of pretty much all things, cards, toys, shoes, and so on, I'm excited to add some other collectibles to the collection when picking up my comics. So, really looking forward to that, and I believe that's in October. All right, Absolute Power Task Force 7. This is issue 5 of 7. Out of all the Absolute Power books, these have tended to be maybe on the lower end, but with that said, they've still been great, right? So that's why I haven't cut them. They've all had, you know, pretty important story details to push along this whole Absolute Power storyline. And so, yeah, Absolute Power Task Force 7. This is issue 5. This is actually one of the books that I did cut for this week, considering I wasn't the biggest fan of the last Detective Comics issue. And this is like the end of this team's run on it, and then it's going to start a new team, and that might be the jumping off point where I start. But this specific variant was so dope. It reminded me of just like an old school comic book, and I mean, that's the style and what they're trying to portray here. And this is for the 85th anniversary of Batman, so I figured let me just pick it up for the collection. I will check it out, but the cover is what really sold me on this one. And I think there was only 1 copy on the stand for this specific variant, so went ahead and picked it up. This is Zatanna issue 3. This is the cover A. Been really enjoying this story. For a non-like, 10-pull character like Batman or Spider-Man, this is probably one of the best books out right now. It might be my number 3 book, to be honest. I've been really enjoying this. Love the art style on it. Love the story. Everything, literally everything about it so far. So, yeah, issue 3, Zatanna, cover A. Next up, from Image Comics, this is Frankenstein issue 1. There's a variant cover that's pretty cool too, but the cover A was cool enough as it is. Loving the flowers all over the skeleton body and the half Frankenstein body. So excited to check this out. I was picking up all the Creature of the Black Lagoon books, and I'll probably do the same for this. This is $4.99. I'm guessing it's a 4-part series, just like Creature of the Black Lagoon. They were doing 1 a month. It'll probably be like that for this. I'm not 100% sure, but that's my guess, and I will be picking them up. Last but not least, this is Flash Gordon issue 2. So I read issue 0, read issue 1, really enjoyed it. This is not a character I was, familiar with prior going into it, but I gave it a try and I've been enjoying it, and it's not one I wanted to cut. So here it is, issue 2. And so that's it for the stacks this week. You know, what's funny, last week, the book that I said I was going to read first is actually the only book I have not read yet. That's the Wolverine book, and that's because the polybags, I didn't actually think to open it when I did all the other ones, did all the other codes, and so I just barely submitted it like 2 days ago, and I haven't received it yet. And a lot of the other codes I just barely got like Friday or something like that, so I read most of the books this past weekend, and so I still need to read that X-Men book, which I just thought was funny. Is the one I said I was going to read first. I did not read first. So if I'm picking covers here, it's going to be a toss-up between the cover A and the variant cover of X-Men Ultimate as far as covers that I'm, most happy with this week. And the book I'm going to be checking out first is going to be Amazing Spider-Man. It's a big book. Like I said, higher price point this week, $7.99 for that bigger book, but really excited to jump into this one. I have a feeling it's going to be a decently good one, at least if nothing else. So excited for that. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace. See you next time.